Welcome to the Revolution Show. We are a conscious family radio talk show, speaking truth, love, and freedom for all. Know thyself to love thyself. In this show, we'll be discussing topics such as how to free your mind control, higher conscious levels, self-love and self-mastery, natural law, conscious parenting, social engineering, and off-gridding, along with much, much more. And now, the sacred feminine and sacred masculine, dynamic twin flame, revolutionary hosts, Amy and John Paul. Enjoy the show. One Revolution. This is John Paul, your host.
And Amy. Hey, guys.
Hey, we love you out there. Hope you're loving yourself, knowing thyself to love thyself, freeing your mind control. We got Sebastian, Angus, Amy, and myself, the conscious family, here on the mountaintop, enjoying the foliage. Wow, colors are unreal. Reds, yellows, orange, green, blues, purples.
Nice.
No, just kidding. But anyway, yeah.
Hope you're giving yourself a great love, loving yourself today. You are love. We are love.
Yes.
That is true.
You are life. You are love. Right? You're not having a life, but you are life. All your cells. You're in charge. You are the God of all your cells and trillions of them. So tell yourself some positive things. We love you. We're here to share what we know and open to what we don't know. We're always open. And we're going to be having more guests on as well, doing some more interviews with fascinating people that have inspired us and are doing amazing work. Our Revolutionaries, we call them. Also, just plugging ourselves. Our website is Revolution.net, LUV-A-LUTION. Anyway, it's temporarily under construction right now, our site. But anyway, visit that, email us, contact us. We got YouTube channels, BitChute channels. You can check us out. Revolution, the same name, same spelling. LUV-A-LUTION. It's that conscious journey. One decides, right? It's the individual evolution and the collective evolution, the microcosmic evolution within the individual to choose the truth, higher conscious levels, to self-love, self-mastery, self-respect, self-responsibility. Okay, take your power back. Say no. That's what we teach. And then the big revolution is collectively, when we all can do that and get that critical mass of 51% of the population. That's why we're doing this.
And I think it's so funny because we never say the date. You know, we're really not tied into the time. You can tell, but it is October 15th. Oh, yeah. And yeah, we're here. We're thrilled. So honored to be here.
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry, love.
Yeah, if you can donate to this wonderful, wonderful radio station, Revolution Radio, you go to Revolution.radio in the donate tab. Please donate. It really makes a huge difference. And our voices are so important. So thank you, Revolution Radio. And yeah, we just had some birds fly over. The grackles are heading down south. We're in Maine, USA. It's getting crisp. We live in a small, tiny home, and we got the wood stove going. And it's beautiful out here. The leaves are all turning. So I hope you are all doing well wherever you are along your journey in your universe. Much love. I got my son Andy here and Sebastian.
Yes.
Angus, he's 10 months and he's getting into everything, standing, playing the drums. He loves music. So, yeah, we're always parenting.
Well, be careful.
And, yeah, just so you know, and doing the show right now, combating the lies out there, getting the truth out. The truth is absolute, is singular, and is objective. You can know it, you can align with it, and your perceptions can align with it. And yeah, the biggest fear of humanity is that the truth is absolute, and that we don't want to look at it. Most people don't,
No,
but because then they'll have to actually take action and see the responsibility right before them. So we choose to ignore and live in ignorance, ignoring what is, ignoring the pedophilia, ignoring the sex trafficking, human trafficking.
Right.
We don't want to look at that ugly mess. No.
And then the self-love comes in place because we don't want to look at ourselves. But that's really important, to objectively look at yourself, your actions, your programs, your behaviors, and check them out. Do you like them? Are they serving you? Are they helping you out? Or are they just baggage? Are they not serving you or your purpose? And so that's what we've been doing over here. Unlearning, unprogramming. Taking a look at every single thing we do, we think,
yes,
how we behave, and we're still implementing, changing. We'll always be doing that, forever and ever, changing and growing.
Yes, Amy and I, just a little background, we both went through the public school system, and yeah, we're unschooling our kids, homeschooling, and
teaching them how to live off the land.
Yeah, raising them how we wished we could have been raised, without the institutions, the schools, the churches, all the
the ways they keep us from ourselves.
The lies.
Prevent that.
Yes. So, anyway, we appreciate all our listeners out there. Big shout out to Dan, the man. We love you, and all our friends we haven't met yet, all across the globe and intergalactic. We know.
We come in peace.
Yes, we bring the sword of truth, peace, do no harm. Love is the highest frequency. We got to get back to it. That's what we started as babies, before all the programs got put in. So we got to undo those negative programs. And have a quote today from Confucius: signs and symbols rule the world, not words or laws. Okay, so that's a powerful quote, in that all the signs and symbols out there are millions of times more powerful to the subconscious. Our subconscious takes in 11 million bits of information a second, where our conscious mind only takes in 40 bits of information. And so symbols and signs are so powerful. They know this, and they use them against us in where we shop, like Target, and a lot of Saturn symbols everywhere. If you become aware with that, this planet is ruled by Saturn heavily, right, through the moon, Saturn moon matrix. Look it up, David Icke. All right, do your research. Don't listen to us, but do listen to us. But do your own research. We recommend it. The truth has to be discovered. I could talk till I'm blue in the face, but if you don't want to know what's going on, it doesn't matter. You got to discover it on your own, right? We're here to plant the seeds. I've personally done the inner work a lot on myself. I've been homeless, been in and out of jails, mental hospitals, overcame it all. They told me I was bipolar, and got out of that nonsense. And lived in California for 10 years, got out of that crazy place for a while. Beautiful, but yeah, California, it's a police state there, so we gotta love our brothers and sisters out there. But yeah, it is heavily, they kind of do experiments there because it's such a, it's like a small country, basically, California. So it's easy to test things, problem, reaction, solution there. Anyway, check out Revolution.radio and freedomslips.com to help support this amazing broadcast. Thank you for having us. Revolution, Love-A-Lution on Revolution. You heard right. And we love you. We're doing this because we care. You might hear the loon in the background.
Yes, everyone's
We live close to the lake. And so the loons live right down here.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the wintertime, the loons live right down at the bay. They head out to the ocean when the lakes are starting to freeze, and they live right down at the bay. So we love you, loons.
Yes, we're huge birders, naturalists. Remember, choose nature over the AI. I don't care how convenient it is. We got to know directions. We got to know phone numbers. Like it was 1984 or 1985. All the numbers you memorized in your head, because they could shut this internet, whatever, down. Who knows? So that's how we prepared, really, going off the grid. We were sick of paying the mortgage, which was a death pledge. Yeah, we were going to talk a little bit about today's show about off-gridding, what we've done, the action we've taken there, and about natural law. You might have heard us mentioning this natural law, cosmic law. What is that? What is that, you might ask, you know? We mean laws, man's law, you know, we got court and all that. No. So these are natural laws like gravity. All right. Natural is defined as inherent, right? Having a basis in nature, reality, and truth, not made or caused by humankind. Natural, that's the definition. Now we have law, an existing condition which is binding and immutable, cannot be changed. Okay? So, natural law is the universal, non-man-made, binding and immutable conditions that govern the consequences of human behavior. Natural law is a body of universal spiritual laws which act as the governing dynamics of consciousness. Right? Aligning yourself with natural law to alleviate personal suffering and depression, right? That's the human condition. It's not a belief system. It's a science, just like gravity. You don't have to believe in gravity to walk off a cliff. You're going down. Okay? The forces of gravity will pull you to the center of the earth, and whether you believe in them or not. And so this is the same. Because we have a higher cognitive function as humans, we are held to a higher standard of behavior. I guess you could say it that way. And we have to know right from wrong, right? Right is the action that doesn't cause harm to any other sentient being on the earth. A wrong is an action that does cause harm. And the objective morality is knowing the right from wrong and choosing right action, right? And that not getting lost in the moral relativism, which is another ideology we've talked about, which is the ideology of I can decide what's right and wrong, and what's right and wrong for me and my family. That's all that matters. That's all that counts. So I'll decide what's right and wrong, and that's a real slippery slope. That's all wrong, and that is what 99% of the people out there can't think that they can decide. There's no governing, consequences for human behavior. What are you talking about? But we all will agree that there is karma, but yeah, no, natural law. What are you talking about? So, because you just heard it more, but it's also called karmic law, God's law, natural law, cosmic law, universal law. These are all the same names. Consequentialism. It's ancient, right? It's occulted. They don't want you to know about it. And then the law of freedom, of course, as morality increases in a society, freedom increases. And as morality decreases in a society, freedom will decrease and enslavement will increase. That's what we have. An immoral society that doesn't know right from wrong, thinks they can decide, and we've manifested some of the craziest chaotic nonsense I've ever seen. And we've all been part of that big psyop, COVID, and they're starting World War III now right in front of us. Okay, so we got to stand up and say no, peaceful non-compliance, right? The voting's not going to change nothing, people. We got to think on a higher conscious level. Voting is an illusion. You have no choice. You're a slave, no matter what. And the presidents are all order followers on a higher level. Paper pushers, order followers. And yeah, we got to just let it all crumble. All right, we got to imagine life without them. Right, self-autonomy, which is that personal evolution leads to that self-autonomy and saying, nobody can tell me what to do. I'm in charge of me. I own myself, right? Self-ownership. It's very important to know you own yourself. We think we own our car, our house, whatever, the property we're on. Not really. You're just using it, borrowing it, everything's got to go back in the box. Excuse me. But I hope you guys are well out there, getting out into nature, knowing that, you can heal yourself out in nature. And we got to turn off the phones, turn off the computers. Statistics show, studies have shown, staring at the screen decays our brains. Literally, it decays our brain. Okay, and they turn our world into a 2-inch by 3-inch screen, and that's all that matters. We're running into people. I'll bet in the cities, people run into each other all day. So, excuse me. Hope you're drinking good, clean waters. Water is very important. Wherever you are, get filters, not the Brita filter. Serious filters that really take out. We use Alexa Pro Pure filters, and it makes your water taste amazing. Water is very important. Okay, hope you can get clean water to then love yourself to health, we say. We had a health food supplement. And if anyone, we still have, about a handful of bottles left. If anyone does want bottles, we can ship them right to you. Just email us, go to our website, The Revolution, is our email, DA-LUV-A-LUTION-ARY. If you'd like a bottle, they're amazing supplements, seaweed. We went through 2 rounds of 500 bottles. Thank you to everyone who supported that endeavor. And we won't be continuing that product, but we will probably venture into another product. So anyway, it's great to be on the air with Revolution. Thank you guys. Wow, beautiful, watching a beautiful sunset on the side of a mountain. So we got off grid because we didn't want to be paying this mortgage, which is a death pledge. That word means death pledge when you break it down in French. They had to make a different word up. So, because no one would sign up for that. So, we sold our house, got some land, simplified our life, minimalized. We're very minimal. We use maybe 40 to 50 gallons of water a week, where most households use 3,000 a day. And we don't have a lot of stuff. We get our wood off our land. We burn and break down wood pallets. For heat, we have a small 35-foot travel trailer, with a 20-foot patio attached, all glass patio, like aluminum patio. And it's tight, no doubt. We've been here like 3 years. We were on DC. We have an inverter, 2 solar panels, very simple. We have 1 DC battery. Most of the time, we just got a little bank of 2 batteries. So we have 2 12-volt deep cycle DC batteries that run the lights and everything. And then, so on the side of a mountain, in the furthest northeast part of the country, basically, and Maine, and can see Canada, the mountains from Canada right now, in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, Canada. And big shout out to Canada, all the Canadians, we love you, because it's beautiful over there. We went over across the imaginary line, and people are friendly, and wow, beautiful place. I haven't been in a while. I grew up playing hockey, ice hockey, and playing up in Montreal and stuff. But Canada's beautiful. There's no difference than here. It's just, obviously the ideology is, but we got to come together, stop looking at our differences. I see the divide really everywhere, especially with this Hollywood election going on right now, and how many things that it ticks off for them on the agenda. The man, woman, the black, white, the red and blue, and all this nonsense. We gotta drop all the division, come together, and realize that these psychopath pedophiles are ruling that whole show they want you to watch, and it's just a big smoke and mirrors. Right? Nothing's what it seems. All right, look into. We've done a lot of research with the secret space programs, and the 20 and backs, the super soldiers, and the cloning, and what goes on there. And you got to look it up, and it's fascinating stuff. Because I've heard all the people in the public are clones, basically. So don't trust any of that smoke and mirrors nonsense on TV. And Yeah, there were no planes in 9/11. They made all those with the television, television, telling lies to your vision all day. So we got to turn off those TVs. Holy cow. Turn off those TVs, folks. You're under hypnosis in about 30 seconds once it's on. Getting that subliminal subconscious programming, 11 million bits a second, and you're just so stimulated you can't even, you're like freeze like a deer in headlights. So we got to be aware of this. Such a powerful programming tool for them. It's so easy. It's in everyone's living room, 4 or 5 of them, 6 TVs in one place. Oh boy. So knowing that, we got to start within, looking at that person in the mirror. The change starts with you, changing your mindset, changing your habits. All right. We all self-medicate somehow, dealing with this matrix, right? But hopefully it's not harmful and detrimental to your health, and everything in moderation, we always say. You've heard that one before. So Amy was coming back, just putting our little sweetie.
All great points, John Paul.
Thank
awesome
you, Love.
Job.
I love you so much.
I love you. Yeah, just inside playing with the little guys. It's kind of cool outside, so
Yeah.
that's what we're up to. Anyhow.
Yeah, we're just talking about what was it? The secret space programs, 20 and backs, all sorts of fun stuff. We can't buy that Hollywood show, Hollywood, politics is Hollywood for the ugly. Okay, think of it like that. And we can't buy that. They want us watching that movie. We don't want to watch that movie.
No, thank you.
No, you're the writer, director, creator, and actor in your own movie.
Yes, that's so true.
Whether you know it or not. Are you?
Yeah, that's so true. And we are artists. We're all artists writing our stories, right? We're writing and we're creating. And so a lot of near-death experiencers say there's a voice that comes in and says, love is the only truth. Everything else is an illusion. And that's really powerful. That is so powerful. And we focus on everything but love. We focus on the economy. We focus on more this, more that. And so we're all very lost. And that's where self-love is so important. Remembering who you are. It's more about unlearning everything we've been taught. Belief in authority, outside authority, right versus wrong. So there's all sorts of stuff that we need to unlearn.
Yes.
What truly is a right, what truly is a wrong, how to think, not what to think.
Yes.
Everything that goes down on a new piece of paper comes through me now, right? Everything that goes into my mind, that comes through me. I'm questioning everything, discerning from the reality and the virtual reality, from truth and false. So, self-love is a journey, my friends. It's a journey.
Yes, it is. Indeed. Not the red or blue pill, but the gold pill.
Yeah.
Like our friend Will Keller said, the gold pill. Right. Yeah. We got to choose of that true ascending into a higher vibration, a higher human being. We're evolving as a species, hopefully. And, some people are involving, which is not, they're stagnant. They're a plateau.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of people wanting to know or wanting to change, and that's disappointing. It's frustrating. I get mad.
Yes.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves and frustrations.
Nobody cares about the truth.
No, just me. Satanism, which is really selfishness and concerned with only me, me, me.
All day, every day.
It's really
Oh, hey, Angie.
really frustrating. That's one of the things that's really hard to deal with. But you just gotta realize, you do make a difference, and keep speaking that truth, because it goes around.
And affecting others, not letting others affect you. Being a leader in Revolution.ary, that entails, be that lighthouse, that beacon of light and knowledge. Walk confidently in the truth.
True.
It feels light and fits much better than a heavy sacks of lies that I used to carry around. I grew up Catholic with a big family, had to go to church every Sunday, and it was terrible with Catholic priests. And thankfully was never molested by them, the Catholic priests anyway. But anyway, that had to dissolve those belief systems, because I'm doing my own inner work, getting over the lies that this guy Jesus is going to save you and do everything. He's got a plan for you. I was told my whole life. Oh, gee, and then it was very good to let go of those lies I told myself, so I could really free my mind control and raise my frequency.
Yeah, I was happy that he could shed those Catholic beliefs. That was awesome.
Reading the Bible, man, there's so many contradictions in there. Such a false spiritual doctrine and a story, but with encoded truths. It's very, there's truths in there, but that's not just the only book out there. So knowing our origins, folks, going way back to the Anunnaki and knowing about them, and knowing why you're here, and we're here to raise in love. We've forgotten who we are. Amnesia. Yeah, we didn't evolve from the monkeys, no. So
they gave us two stories: either God created us or we evolved from monkeys. Two choices.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got to go dig deeper, folks. We got to dig deeper, do the research. Michael Tsarian, Jordan Maxwell, amazing researchers. David Icke, Mark Passio, Max Egan, Laura Eisenhower. Who else? Kathy O'Brien. There's so many people out there. And thanks to all those amazing people speaking the truth to the youth and all those others. We appreciate you. So what else were we talking about? Off-gridding. Living simply. Right? Paying, not having a rent. Still have to pay taxes, so you don't fully own it.
But then we're slaving less. Like, we get to have daddy home more because we make sacrifices. Then, we buy the time with what we make. Then we buy time together instead of going out and shopping and buying everything we want. Instead, we buy time.
Yeah.
Time spent together.
When you're not caught up in the materialism, consumerism, and your egos run amok and you can't differentiate your needs and your wants, then you got to work a lot to pay for all this shit. If you have that addiction of consumerism.
And it's all from overseas. It's not localized stuff. It's all crap that's been sold at the big box stores. And so once you wake up, you start looking at all your actions. So it's really important, I think, to not buy everything you want. It really helps a lot.
Yes.
If your ego cries, it's all right. Let it cry.
Yeah, buy quality, but cheap shit ain't good, and good shit ain't cheap, usually, is how it goes. So everything from these dollar stores was made in China and just filling our landfills and dumps so fast they can't even, because we just consume, buy crap from Walmart. It's so cheap. Yeah, and it lasts like 2 days, some of it, so anyway, that's just part of being aware, voting with your dollars. We're not voting for some leader. That's not a leader. They're complete losers, right? Exactly. There it is. My 7-year-old, he knows more truth than anyone I know personally. So we've pissed off our parents heavily by not raising our kids the way that we were raised, and it's kind of a slap in the face to them, but we don't care. We know what right from wrong. The difference is Amy and I were waking up with our first child, Sebastian, during his pregnancy, and researching the vaccine so we could do the best job we could, really fully taking responsibility for our child that we were bringing into this world when we learned we were pregnant. And I've watched a lot of my brothers raise their kids unconsciously through the schools and all that, sports, just like I was raised, church, and religion. Right, the religion robs our kids of that spiritual development, their own personal spiritual development, and we have no right to do that. That's abusive spiritually when we indoctrinate our kids with that. We got to read that Bible ourselves. A lot of sick sacrificing, lambs, people, all sorts of stuff. It still goes on. Animals, people, it's all going on still underground.
Right. And Jesus, our homeboy, he's amazing. Why do we have to eat him? Why do we have to drink his blood?
Yep.
This guy's great,
The Catholic Mass is a watered-down satanic sacrifice ritual. And I know, because I've been at those things hundreds of times. And I thought it was so weird. Eat the body and blood of this freaking guy. What the? Anyway, we digress here. We're just chilling here on the mountaintop. The sun's going down. Yeah, we make our own sourdough bread. We got our starter, and we've been doing it probably 3 years. And we've turned the dough from just having regular sourdough loaves. Now we can make pizza with it, pancakes with it, and we've discovered an amazing bread where you fry it, just little clumps of the dough, and we fry it and press it, and we call them love cakes, bread cakes. Wow, they're just so delicious, like that fry bread you get at the fair. That's really pizza frite or whatever. Yeah, but this stuff is super healthy because of the sourdough factor, and because it's a live thing. It's got probiotics and all sorts of living organisms in there. It helps your poop. Amazing. And also just tastes so good if you're a big love sourdough. It's not that difficult. You gotta take care of the starter every couple days, give it some flour, and that will preserve it in a small jar. And then when you need it, you want to make a loaf, you put it in a big bowl, put flour, put the starter, water, and mix. That's it. Mix it a bunch, let it sit.
And then
And then you get to enjoy.
And then the sauce. The sauce is the best part.
Yeah,
because we make all different sauces. And what else do we add? Some herbs if we want, fresh from the garden.
Yeah, you can go salty, or you go, with maple syrup, and they kind of taste like French toast. And they're so good for your stomach to clean out the digestion, getting back to the healthy part of it. The best bread you can put in your body is that sourdough, the live starter yeast, as opposed to bread in the store with commercial yeast. It's not really, has no nutritional value at all. So, yeah, we've been doing that 3 years. And, a huge loaf. We just love it. We never get sick of it. We can do it so many different ways now. Like I said, loaves. We do a loaf, pizza, pancakes, sometimes dinner rolls. Do a little fist-sized rolls. They're so good. Unbelievable.
We save money too because we buy a huge bag of flour. Sorry to cut you off, but it's friendly too in the wallet. It's not really that expensive.
No, absolutely. And it's so good for you. Cheap and delicious, and you can switch it up and go, salty, savory, or however you like your sauces, or go like a breakfast or dessert type with, we do maple syrup up here in Maine. We love maple syrup as our number one sweetener. It is the number one sweetener health-wise. It has vitamins and minerals from the tree, our beautiful maple trees here in the Northeast and in North America in general. Hope you are all enjoying maple syrup. No nitrates like honey has. Honey is bees regurgitated food, remember? So it's bees' puke, but they couldn't sell it as that. That wouldn't really sell, so they called it honey. But so they pick it up from the flower, swallow it, and then puke it back up in the hive and store it as food. And we take that food from them. So we're taking the bees' honey. So anyway,
if the bees could talk, they could say, "Don't take."
Yes, my 7-year-old said if they could talk, they would say, "Don't take our honey." You're right. But the trees they make so much sap water, and so we are thankful. We've tapped a few trees and drink the water. Not enough to make much maple syrup, but the water is very good for you too in the springtime when it's running. If you're around maple trees, you can tap them with a drill. You got a drill gun and a couple of pieces of metal things that'll catch the drip, and you can drink that. It's very high in minerals and vitamins, and it's delicious. It's cold. It's like water with a little tinge of sweetness. It's so yummy. If you don't feel like boiling it down will turn it into that maple caramelized yumminess. Yeah. But you need 40 gallons to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. So you need 40 gallons, of sap water to get 1 gallon of syrup.
That was Angus. He's so excited about the bread.
Yeah, Angus, he's just getting into his physical world. He's figuring it out. He's moving.
He's loving food.
He's loving food. He's starting to pick himself up, almost walking, standing up. And he's got his big bro, Sebastian, helping him. So, anyway, it's great to be on air. Thanks again. We love all you guys out there, wherever you are. And, give us a shout out. Drop us a line. Instagram, we're on.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah, all those links are on our website, Revolution.net.
Yeah, all the links are on there. Yeah, don't be shy. We love meeting new people out there in the world and wherever. We love ourselves. This is no joke here. We don't just talk about it and then go about, being hypocrites. But we live this here. We've aligned with the natural laws in the universe. We don't eat dead animals. We love our animals and we advocate for them. Right? Peace starts on your plate. We've changed our diet. Almost 6 years, I haven't touched a dead animal. And I just feel so much more aware, more conscious, less fearful, higher frequency. And my body, you go back to your ideal weight, all the bloating from the dairy, right? And the meats, right, that give off the gases that sit in our intestines. We get bloated, we get big, we get thick, right? And I felt like the air was taken out of me when I changed my diet. I just went right down to my ideal weight. And stronger now than I've ever been and more healthy. And it's definitely all because I changed my diet, We don't eat anything with a face. So once in a while, we'll eat shellfish, some clams or mussels that we pick. We do eat eggs because they're right down the road. So we're kind of opportunists there. We don't eat cheese. And we don't even have a fridge. Actually, I should tell you guys about our off-grid. Because having a fridge wouldn't be that difficult, but we just have a fridge bag, right? We don't really waste any of our food that we buy, and during the summertime, we buy a lot less at the store because we're growing our own food. Here on our garden here, that's right about 10 steps from our door, which is very convenient. Go pick a salad, pick some ground cherries, they're called, or husk cherries, amazing sweet treats you might know of if you're a gardener. They have a little kind of nature's wrapper and they fall to the ground. They taste like kind of like a tomato and a grape, but so delicious and sweet, called ground cherries or husk cherries. Anyway, amazing little tidbits for you guys. So gardening and taking back our power, trying not to go to the store and buy, more stuff and the whole thing, that's what got us in that mindset. Let's do it ourselves. Let's try it. And we went from living in a hotel to having all our conveniences right in one little hotel room. We were a family of 3 then, and with 2 cats, and we didn't know where to go. We were moving in the winter, so we went to this hotel. It was terrible for 2 months. We had to stay there and finally found this place, and it was incredible to get to real rural nature, a lot of trees, a lot of rivers, lakes. We're close to the ocean. We could see a bay that goes out to the ocean in Lubec, Maine. And anyway,
it wasn't easy to get here.
No,
it was very challenging.
Yeah, we just moved 5 hours, complete northeast of where we used to live, and didn't know what we were getting into. Going from all the conveniences, that was my point, to then having none really.
I had a hard time with it. Yeah, I was, but now my ego's gotten much quieter, and I've realized that I've gained a lot of skills my ego is crying and upset, but it's pretty powerful that we can live in our groceries in a bag, because the richest man or woman are the ones who need the least, you guys. So go as low as you can, see how low you can go without as much as you can go without, and then build yourself back up. And then you'll learn to appreciate every single thing you have in your life. You'll learn to be able to do so much with not so much. And you'll be proud of yourself for how far you come. So take those steps into those directions whenever you want in life. And you can do it. Keep aligning with all that ever was, is, and can be.
Absolutely.
Because that's who we are. Don't forget it. Tell yourself you're good enough.
Yes.
Even if you haven't finished something, or you're having a hard time, or you're depressed, you're good enough.
You are enough. Yes, being your best friend. That's going through your personal evolution, is being your best friend, being easy on yourself. Right? We're all works in progress. And just try to delete those programs as much as you can, freeing your mind control, right? And these programs or belief systems don't serve us.
Mm-mm.
They're just comfortable, and they don't do anything for us. They hold us back. They hold back our evolution of consciousness, really. And so we're all about freeing yourself up. Freedom, right? That's what we're doing, this. Freedom. Holy cow. Feels good to say that word. Because they're taking it all day, every day. We got to stand up and say no. Be strong, men and women. Courageous. Not fall for the cowardice, the laziness, the apathy, and the ignorance. Right? We cannot fall for that. I want to quote an amazing man, Thomas Jefferson. Loved TJ. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. Wow. Let's just let that soak in. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. Or if a person expects to be ignorant and free too in a state of civilization, you're just going to get more and more enslaved too. Well, thank you, Thomas Jefferson. That was in 1776, I guess he said this. Wise truth. So we need to choose the truth over ignorance, right? The choice is yours. We can talk to all day, every day, but you got to go discover the truth and do the research, look things up, right? They expect us not to check facts and just listen to them, obey, comply, right? Submit, all that.
Yeah, and trust. They want us to trust them.
Yes, we gotta
trust them.
I heard a great song by Rage Against the Machine today. Know the enemy. And when you know thyself and you know the enemy, you can win most, do well. When you don't know yourself or you don't know the enemy, then you don't even know you're getting played like a baby that's playing against a chess master, on a game of chess. So the choice is yours. Know thyself to love thyself. We love you guys. Free your mind control, right? We got to unite to one Lovolution, right? That starts with you in the mirror. And then collectively, we got that critical mass, 51% we need of the planet. Go check it out. Tiny Dot, an amazing video, Tiny Dot, Larkin Rose did, showing how few control the masses, and we are the resistance, right? You are, and we are the Levolution, and we need it.
This is a good quote to end. We got a good quote here to end the show.
Oh, yes. Nothing is more powerful than an individual acting out of his conscience, thus helping to bring the collective conscious to life.
Right? That's the Levolution.
That's Norman Cousins said that. Beautiful.
Right? The individual is powerful, folks. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
Yes, we love you. That's why we're doing this.
Love you all.
Big Levolution. I'm John Paul.
And I'm Amy.
Peace out. We love you. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Revolution Radio.